Welcome to the new IT. The new IT. We're talking about the future of IT and what that looks like in the job world, in the client world, all of that good stuff. What are we talking? We came together today. We're just going to do a quick hit because we've got a pet peeve to talk about today, right, Brad?
We do. Today, I mean, the bigger thing is what we want to kind of highlight is unicorns and what is a unicorn? What does it mean? Why?
Well, in the entrepreneur world, that's $1 billion company, right?
Absolutely.
Unicorn is a multi-billion-dollar company. That's
100%.
a unicorn, right?
And
we're talking about something different.
we are. So we're talking about unicorns from a employer-employee perspective. Most companies out there are looking for unicorns, and quite honestly, it's not going to happen. Why?
Well, what is it?
Yeah.
Let's talk about what before we get into there, because I got my ideas and views of what a unicorn is. I don't think they exist. I legit, just like a real unicorn, I don't think there's a real horse out there with a big horn on its head. There just isn't.
Quite honestly, you're right. They don't. They don't exist, but companies tend to think that they do.
So you think that a tech? So just to get this straight, what my understanding is, a unicorn in an employee hire space is the perfect fit. They know exactly everything you want from your company, and they fit perfectly. Every little box that you have, they check. Is that right?
Essentially, yes. I mean, that's what companies are looking for.
That's what a unicorn is in the tech space. This perfect employee.
Exactly.
Doesn't exist. Sorry.
No.
I'm just gonna say it. Do you think that it's possible to find a unicorn?
No, I don't think it's possible to find a unicorn.
This is from the headhunter himself.
Right? But it is possible to get semi-close. I mean, nobody's going to be perfect. Nobody's going to know everything. But if you can get somebody that's hitting 15 out of the 20 things you're asking for, that's in good company. But more than that, you want to actually understand and know whoever you're hiring. Do they have motivation? Are they driven? The skills can be taught.
I say that all the time. The skills can be taught. If you get somebody that's open to learn, that's a quick learner, that's excited about what they're doing, that feels like they're a part of everything, that is going to be a productive team member. Better than trying to find the magical, perfect human being that has all of the check boxes. Because I've seen where all the check boxes were checked and it was a horrible employee.
Absolutely.
Right?
That happens. Absolutely.
Right? That unicorn is the worst person on the planet to try and work with.
So, yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, let me ask you this, though. I mean, why do you think companies are looking for unicorns?
I think they're lazy, truthfully. I think they want to fix something by finding some magical person that can do everything they need. We all know that one person, no matter how smart they are, can only do this amount. But two people can double or triple, not double, but at least triple the amount of one person. So there's some kind of an exponential growth of what can get done in the business world that 2 to 3 and 3 people can do extensively more than the 2 can. I mean, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So trying to find that one magical person, you'd be so much better off to figure out how to find 3 people that are focused in on what. At least I'm throwing that out there. But you're the
I mean, I will
the
have
person
to,
that really deals with that.
I do wholeheartedly agree with you on that. But I think a lot of it is tribal knowledge. Sometimes they're replacing somebody that has been there for 5, 10, 15 years,
and they know that company.
Yeah, they've accumulated that knowledge. They understand and they know. So companies look at it and say, "Oh, well, they need to replace what this person did." No, sorry, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
You're going to have to hire 2, maybe even 3 positions, depending on what that person knew.
Yeah. And I think that opens the door for, I know we've beat this with the dead horse, but being good to your employees, figuring out a way to retain your employees is way, way more important than letting them fly away and keep trying to find the perfect person.
Yeah. Well,
right?
I'm going to take it one step further. I mean, I don't even think it's just taking care of your employees. What if you're expanding? What if you're experiencing growth and you just need to hire?
Oh, yeah. Well, you make
yes, that does help, but that's the reputation you're going to be able to make. But at the same point, you want to be able to set that expectation from the beginning. You may say, hey, look, yes, we're young, we're growing, but at the same point, you have lots of opportunities to grow your career as well.
Yeah. So I go back to, I think when a hiring manager or something I just don't understand it when they put down on, and you've seen, I'm sure, millions of those job
absolutely
posts that are, you're like, wow, this person is superhuman.
Well,
I mean, how could this person should be an evil genius taking over the world from what they want.
From a recruitment standpoint, like there are times, I mean, 9 out of 10 times, I have to readjust the client's expectations of what it is to fill this role.
Yeah. And how is that? How do you go about doing that? I'm curious. When you have a client that comes up to you and they give you this big sheet and they go, yeah, this is who we want. Could you go find him for us? And you look at it and go, this is impossible.
Yeah. I mean,
what do you do?
I'm very transparent with my clients. So I mean, I will let them know. I says, I'm going to try to find this for you, and this is a tall order. However, this doesn't quite exist. I'm going to get close for you, but what you're looking for doesn't exist. And then you need to set the expectations of what to expect.
Yeah. It's interesting. It seems like it's more and more. It used to be.
Oh, it is.
And the weird thing is, though, don't you think IT is even more
siloed?
Yeah,
specialized.
It's going specialized more. Yet the resume still has this big giant, I want all this stuff. It's like they don't understand where technology's going or what. Why is there such a disconnect there? It just seems weird to me.
I mean, I just think there's so much technology out there and there's so many tools that do so many different things that it's gotten to the point where you may have a similar background or a similar product, but because it's not specific to what that client needs, then you're SOL, so to speak. So I think the disconnect is technology has grown so big, but it's so siloed at the same time that there's just this disconnect.
I think it's so weird when they have the have to have and the nice to have. Mm-hmm. Why put the nice to have? I don't understand. If this is what you have to have, then that's the sorter, right?
Yeah, I mean,
why have the nice to have? What if there are really a lot of nice to have stuff, but they don't have the have to have? Are they worth looking at? I mean, I would think, yeah, they're not, right?
They're not.
Because they're not the have to have. So why put the nice to haves?
I think the nice to haves is like the cherry on top. It's just the extra. Just
we don't want a unicorn. We want God.
Exactly.
Dude.
Right.
Oh my gosh. I just think, how do you deal with that? I just don't understand how you deal with it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like I said, I mean, it is a lot of just setting expectations. Again, this is where we are specialized. We focus in on certain technologies like Adobe Experience Manager, like Salesforce, like Magento, like Sitecore. So we know what's expected. And if you work with a recruiter that knows that, they're going to be able to get you somebody faster because we understand what's required.
What you really are looking for.
What you really need.
And are better companies, are they better at that?
Absolutely.
Bigger companies really
Bigger
actually
companies?
know, well, I don't know, better, bigger, is that not the same? They're different, huh?
No, they're a little different.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's
some people would assume if it's a big giant company, they must have been doing something right, but not necessarily.
Exactly. I mean, that's generally not the case. I mean, they're looking at it as they have certain metrics they have to hit because they're so big, whereas somebody who's more specialized, they understand and know what it takes. They're in tune with that market. They know what to expect.
Yeah. I think this is an interesting topic. It's something that I think we can really dive into again for
Absolutely.
sure. I think this is something that we can hone in. We just wanted to get on, do a really quick episode, and kind of vent a little.
Absolutely. That's really what it's about.
I think I'm more upset than you are, and you're the one that deals with it 10 times more than I do.
I'm just used to it.
I just look at job postings and stuff just to see what's out there. I'm just curious, and I'm always dumbfounded by, like, wow, you want the freaking world of this. Who could stand up to this? It annoys me because it's not what you need.
No, it's
you don't need all that. You need somebody, I guarantee you, that's a specific piece and a thing. And like you said, that tribal knowledge, every
That's
company
huge.
has it, and you won't get that until you get hired.
Exactly.
And you won't know if you're a good fit until you get hired. True, no matter how much. I mean, I know you have a better chance because that's the world you're in, but you still don't know if they're a fit until they're there for 6 months.
Well, not only that, I mean, there's other things, exactly like you said. It's not just the knowledge they know, but how do they get along with coworkers? How are they doing their job? A lot of that is taken into consideration as well, and you don't know that until they're actually in that environment.
And sometimes they kind of say on the good people skills or something. You don't even really see that. Usually it's good communication skills.
Right.
And they don't even say you have to have people. That's never
Right.
even a thing on there. Good people skill. Usually,
Right.
at least I don't see it much on the ones that I look at.
I mean, you really don't. But again, that's the joy of working with a recruiter and a specialized recruiter, because we are looking for things like that.
And you're savvy on
Right.
it. That's
Just
the
a little
key.
bit.
Yeah, you're not gonna give me no crappy thing that says you're gonna go find the person. You're like, whoa, this guy is really good at this. I
Right.
think they will be a great fit.
Absolutely.
And that makes sense. So I think the interesting thing with me, because I'm not a recruiter, but we go back to it time and time again, that it's probably a good idea to have one as a client or as a potential employee. It's interesting. I didn't, until we dive deep into the show, I didn't realize just how much you guys do.
How critical we are.
Yeah. So, well, cool. This has been a quick one. We will catch you next time for the new IT. Be ready.